6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On second down, they'll run it here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Here's Tune to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down. You talk about this Bengals defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Prater's kick is good, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
And, partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Jalen Smith who worked through to make that stop. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing, Tune. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
11. 12. Shot.
A draw play for Mixon. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Wizards are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of. The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
On 2, ready? 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now Burrow changing things up here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Tune.
Escaping the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 129 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And now an audible here into something else.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. Now it's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
18 more yards there and another first down.
11 MT, take 11 MT, stop.
Mixon with a first down carry.
Here we go, here we go.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Boom! Still fighting through tackles.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Now they'll run it on the toss. Muscles him off. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
135 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Toon.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw, Toon.
And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Jones on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Higgins. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bengals 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having 0 fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Now Tune. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And even 100 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Chase, the motion man right. They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Jamar Chase.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this third quarter. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember, the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
11 mighty. Dot.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hey, we gotta
looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
11. Dot.
Play action, it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Breaks through the contact, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he...
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Wizards 17. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tune going to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And Tune to throw it now. And he comes back with one complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They bring their punter out there now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
11, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
On 1, ready?
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a couple.
12, 12, 12. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. Stop.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Fights off the defender. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things
11,
rolling
11,
on this
11,
drive.
11. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Stop.
Burrow will throw. That is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Here we go, here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Tune to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Throwing, Tune. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Rondale Moore.
29 yards.
And the Wizards have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here we go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
11, Thomas.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
2-2 Atwell.
36 yards.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
11 MT.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Rondale Moore on the return. They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Tune.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he fins him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
11 MT.
Now Burrow going to change things up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done,
11.
slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
11.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their